Next generation learners are characterized by their inherent relationship with technology. Not only are K-12 students growing up as digitally literate citizens, they also have a need to express themselves through user-generated content. They upload videos, photos, ideas, and opinions and share with others. They seek out adventure and excitement, both educational and non-educational, to film, blog, photograph, and tweet. These actions create a network of shared online learning. More and more, students are also discovering how to use the internet for self-directed learning geared to individual interests. Not only do they want to constantly share, they also want to quickly receive tailored information personalized to their interests, goals, and knowledge level. These students are in constant connection through the use of mobile devices, laptops, and tablets, and expect to be able to work, learn, study, and network wherever and whenever they want.
I blog because it's evidence of what I've been doing, and it's also a way for me to get out in the world and prove that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can be whatever you want to be.
As technology becomes more prevalent in K-12 classrooms across the country, higher education must evolve to serve this new pipeline of digital learners. While not all students have the privilege to attend innovative schools with enough resources to fully integrate technology, those who do have increased expectations of higher education.
I feel like I couldn't go back at this point after having a year of the iPad. I feel like it just motivates me more for some reason. Just having it on your iPad, it's just more motivating than having to flip through a book and find stuff where at the click of your finger you can find stuff so easily. I find it's easier to find certain information and search for keywords in the text and highlight and take notes. I find it easier on the iPad.
Educators cannot justify the high cost of higher education by lecturing at a podium as they did in years past. These models do not meet the needs of today's high school students now approaching college. Instead, they'll add to the already large population of students left unprepared after college.
Things from books in school, but how do you actually apply that in the real world is a big question of mine.
The world is changing in a way so fast with the technology, and the kinds of skills that kids need to get jobs are not the skills that you needed 15 years ago. You got to be more entrepreneurial, you got to be more collaborative, you got to be more creative.
But if students learn so much from the internet and their devices, is there truly a role for higher education? And if so, how can colleges and universities adapt in order to better serve today's students and prepare them for meaningful careers in a global society? If higher education fails to evolve to better support incoming digital natives, today's issues may become much worse, making it increasingly difficult for colleges to prove their value.
So it's not just enough to give students optimism, to think that life is going to be great and that college degree is a ticket to the world, but to actually provide students with attitudes, skills, dispositions, ties to employers, and attitudes about civic engagement that they can take with them and then be successful in a life after college.
No matter how many open courses or skill-sharing sites enter the market, colleges and universities will still have a unique value proposition as long as they emphasize applied learning experiences and the development of soft skills such as teamwork, leadership, and communication. College students want these applied experiences that connect technology with the real world. Not only will students feel more engaged, they'll also develop the 21st century skills desired by employers. So how does higher education as an industry shift away from decades of scripted learning in order to incorporate hands-on experiences and opportunities for students to develop 21st century skills? Technology can help, but it's not a simple solution. It must be integrated thoughtfully and strategically. Instead of digitizing old models of education, educators must use technology to reimagine learning. Some colleges are already beginning to do this.
I just did a robot competition. It was really helpful with the teamwork aspect, working with others, collaborating with a group, and the deadline aspect, to work as a group with different schedules and trying to create a final product that really works, which is how the engineering world works as a profession.
It's this great space where technology and people interact to just create a completely unique learning experience.
Instead of being in rows where students are facing a podium, students are facing one another. And so it forms a community as you come into this room, and it facilitates both for students and for professors doing something different than what they've done before.
The whole day is planned around what are the students going to do so that they can learn what I think they need to know about this topic.
One of the major assignments that students work on during the whole entire semester is a project that starts with a proposal. So we ask them to identify a problem of social value. They ultimately come to very interesting, very sophisticated, very important problems and viable solutions for it.
Colleges and universities can leverage technology to connect college students to the real world, prepare them for careers, and inspire them to continue exploring in order to make a difference in society. Instead of isolating education from the world beyond,
all right, out that door is the world. Be careful.
higher education should better prepare for incoming digital natives by integrating classroom education with technology and the real world. It's not the role of higher education institutions to simply impart the knowledge on students anymore. The internet is already doing that. Instead, we must help students develop the dispositions they need to really be patient, to be persistent, to deal with failure, and to embrace change. It's no wonder that so many students are bored and frustrated at school. In an age of innovation and self-discovery, for the most part, we subject our students to scripted learning. This has to change.